What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Welcome to the RNEWS Evening Show. And let's just jump into it. From r/politics, Trump mocked for signing blank paper ink staged photos at Walter Reed. I'm comforted knowing they're giving him blank sheets of paper to sign. Now they just need to remember to feed into the printer the right way to print above the signature. I know. I loved when the doctor said that Trump was able to work from Walter Reed. Like, what exact sort of work can this dangerous and qualified moron do? Reading up on policy, tracking world events, reading his daily briefings. Come on, all this guy can do, all this guy has ever done is frick around on the internet, watch TV, and hold campaign rallies. Golf. Lots and lots of golf. If this is staged, it isn't fake news. The news is real. The administration is fake. The news is literally just reporting on the fake administration. Also, they are grooming us to call everything fake. He was just signing a list of all the assets he owns free and clear. Signing a contract with the devil. Don't forget that the staged pictures were taken 10 minutes apart in different rooms. Twitter.com. The photos released by the WH tonight of the president working at Walter Reed were taken 10 minutes apart at 5 hours 25 minutes and 59 seconds PM and 5 hours 35 minutes and 40 seconds PM ET Saturday. According to the EXIF data embedded in both at APY are postings that were shared by the White House this evening. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Biden leads by 10 points as majority of Americans say Trump could have avoided coronavirus. Reuters Ipsos poll. 10 points isn't enough, let's shoot for 15 just to be safe. The only thing that matters is the swing states. Biden can be up 20% in the popular vote and still lose the election. Due to the freaking insanity that is the Electoral College, Biden could theoretically win 74% of the popular vote and still lose. That's right. A leader 25% of Americans voted for could rule over 100% of Americans. Don't let this make you complacent. Vote like Biden is going to lose. He could have avoided this by wearing a mask, social distancing and not holding large events. Now it's interesting that saying that, I'm sure, is bound to piss off a bunch of Trump supporters who will try to high ground the Democrats for pointing it out. What's also interesting is that these same individuals victim blame people all the time for things they couldn't have avoided. I'm pretty sure acknowledging that the president should have worn a mask to protect his health is more fitting than telling a rape victim that she should have dressed differently, or a black person murdered by cops that they should have listened to the police. Still vote and encourage everyone you know to as well. Don't rely on these polls, go vote. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News, New Zealand refuses quarantine-free trips from Australia as Australian Capital Territory joins travel bubble. NZ PM Jacinda Ardern says her country will not open up until Australia records a month without community transmission of COVID-19. The only smart country on the planet, RN. Western Australia has the exact same restriction on borders. Not yet a country, but the state government has never been more popular. It's hard to be less popular than a state government which spent $500 million on 4 restaurants and a snail sculpture. I'm fascinated by this comment but don't know how to Google what you are referencing. What's the backstory? Previous government spent a frick ton of money trying to revitalize Perth CBD, as it's essentially dead after work hours, with the exception of the homeless drug addicts or homeless drug addicts. So, they build a small touristy area near the river that is frankly underwhelming. Like literally 4 buildings, couple of tiny butt parks and a crap sculpture. For the useless facts junkies like myself, the big snail. She has played Plorjink. Goddamn New Zealand, Greenland, and Madagascar always closing their borders. At least we know that part is realistic. World leader in pandemic control right there. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, at source, President Trump was administered supplemental oxygen at the White House on Friday before going to hospital. Trump walked around knowing he was infected for 2 days before announcing Friday he attended a freaking rally with COVID. See, the problem at the White House is there is too much testing. You don't test as much. You don't get so many cases. That's why I say, slow it with the testing. Already. Quote. That's the point that should be driven home relentlessly. He knowingly endangered people. I hope Kamala brings it up at the debate Wednesday. I'm anxiously waiting for Wednesday. We all know she will bring it. I can't wait! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Yes, I was disappointed in Biden. But then I realized I had the wrong expectations. Biden doesn't want to roll around in the mud like he said to Trump. Paraphrasing, I could talk about your family. But it's not about that. It's about the families of everyone watching. His fundraiser on Wednesday cost $200,000 per couple. Paying that much money for COVID. Priceless. $200,000 to join the 200K. Suckers and losers. I like presidents who don't need supplemental oxygen. Loser, weak, fat, broken, hated. Sad, you sow the wind, you reap the whirlwind. Asterisk so. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Where can you get those I don't really care jackets? You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/uplifting news. Colorado governor to mass pardon 2,700 plus marijuana convictions. Wait, why didn't this happen several years ago? Colorado has historically been very divided, with Denver, FD, Collins, Boulder being very liberal and nearly the entire rest of the state being conservative. So despite all the progressive things the people have voted for, our state House of Reps has been more red than blue until the last midterms when Dems won majority of the seats. And we're not giving those seats back. Damn right. Colorado Springs only stays red for the military, and even that's been changing. Are they able to vote? IDK. Ask the governor, Jared Polis. Yes, of course they can vote. Yes, these were charges of less than 1 ounce, not a felony. They could always vote. Thanks for lobbing a law bomb, blah blah blah. Should have made it 4,200. 42,069. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. Pope, market capitalism has failed in pandemic, needs reform. Regardless of who is saying it and what flaws they or their institution has. This is all accurate. Current political and economic institutions must be reformed to address the legitimate needs of the people most harmed by the coronavirus. Aside from the differing ways that various countries responded to the crisis, their inability to work together became quite evident, Francis wrote. Anyone who thinks that the only lesson to be learned was the need to improve what we were already doing, or to refine existing systems and regulations, is denying reality. Catholicism, see-somethingism, communism, it was right in front of us all along. Communionism. INB for everyone defending corporations and billionaires. It's sad that people need to be reminded that basing your entire worldview on greed and envy could be a bad thing. Edit. Something golden car. No. Praise Jesus, Republicans. At this point we need Jesus whipping the merchants out of the temple. Anti-capitalist Jesus was the best Jesus. So, Jesus. Well, you have to distinguish from supply-side Jesus, you see. Reference. Thankful for the opinion of the expert economist the Pope. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like, and if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.